Thanks so much for joining us today for Adoption Basics, How Do I Start? I know you are probably confused about all of the information that you've seen about adoption, and I'm here today to help you get through some of the myths and some of the realities and show you how to begin. Here's one of the first myths that I want to talk to you about. These are some things that you know, right? Some things that people have told you when you said you were thinking about adopting. They told you it's going to take forever to adopt. I'm here to tell you that that just isn't true. Lots of babies were adopted last year in the United States, 18,000 actually. That was just last year. There are a lot of babies to adopt, and it doesn't have to take forever. Adoption waits are becoming shorter and shorter for domestic adoption, mostly because of technology like Parent Match that's in use. Adoptions internationally are also still going on, and those waits are not long either. It doesn't have to take forever to adopt. The next thing that you know, there are no babies to adopt in the US. You need to look abroad. First of all, looking abroad, definitely not a second-rate decision. There are plenty of babies to adopt. As I said, 18,000 were adopted in the US just last year. This is fabulous news for 18,000 families, and next year you could be one of them. There are also many, many babies abroad that you have the possibility of adopting. This one, also not true. Adopting is too expensive. We've all heard this, and we do know adopting is expensive. Most adoptions cost about $30,000. But did you know there's a $13,000 tax credit? That's $13,000 back in your pocket as soon as you finalize the adoption. It's a significant amount of money, and it certainly offsets a lot of the expense of adopting. Here's a good one. The birth parents can come back and take the baby back. They can't. Once the papers are signed, that baby is yours forever. We'll talk more about birth parents later, but birth parents don't have to be a scary enigma. Birth parents can and should be a wonderful part of your family, and hopefully it'll work that way for you. But the birth parents are not there to come and take your baby back. Open adoption is like co-parenting. It just isn't. Open adoption can mean so many things, and really we're talking about domestic adoption here. Open adoption can mean sending a letter once a year to your adoption agency, and your adoption agency then sending the letter to birth parents. Open adoption can mean Skyping a few times a week with your child's birth parents, or open adoption can mean meeting at a park a few times a year. There are so many different things that open adoption can mean, but it should never be something that's scary for you. Open adoption has been shown to be beneficial for all parts of the adoption triad.